Now, supply share is, as name suggests, it is the amount of the good, or you can say it's a producer willingness to produce the product or to sell the product at a particular price level. Okay, the idea will be remain same as like a demand, that if we talk about supply curve basically is the graphical representation of the price and the quantity supplied by the producers. Okay, if data were plotted, it would be an actual curve, and economists however use straight lines to so as to make analysis much easier. The idea would remain same as we already have discussed in demand for the individual and the market supply. Now if you look at individual market, if we talk about the one person or the one organization, that would be like individual demand. But when we will consider, or when we will add one more forms in our definition, that would be market supply. Okay, if you look at the example, we have some kind of a bakeries. Okay, might be possible they are selling some kind of a bread. Now bakery 1 sales, for example, 300 bread, and then it's some kind of a fault. This is not bakery 1, it's bakery 1, bakery 2, bakery 3 and bakery 4. Okay, so bakery 2 selling 600, bakery 3 selling 180, bakery 4 selling 320. That was individual supply by bakeries. But if we want to see that how much market of the bakery or the market of the bread is selling and how much they are going to sell or they are selling, what we will do, we will count all the individual sales, and then we will say it's a market supply. Okay, if we talk about the graph levels, now you can see, let's say we took an example of two brands, for example iPhone and the Samsung. If you look at a particular price level, for example on a y-axis we have a price, and on a x-axis we have a quantity, quantity supply, quantity sale, you can say. At a particular level, for example on $1,000, iPhone is selling, let's say 300 units of the mobile. Okay, 300 mobile. And if you see at the center graph, which is Samsung, on a same particular price level they are selling 320. Okay, now you would see, if somebody asks me what is the total supply of the market, what you would say, at the same and a particular price level they are selling, or the market is selling 620 mobiles. Are you getting my point? Okay, there are some factors which basically affects the overall market. Okay, look at this, at the last of this slide. The factors we have: price, cost of production of the product, cost and the profitability of the other products, technological advancement, indirect taxes and subsidies. The price of the product. Now Sharaj, you have to think from the seller's point of view. The idea is that if the price of the product would be increased, okay, from the seller point of view, they would love to sell more product. Okay, but if the price of the product will decrease, they will avoid to sell the products. Then we talk about the cost of the production of the product. Now, how much cost you will bear in the order to make a new product. For example, if you are using let's say electricity while making a product, if the bills of the electricity will be increased, mean the cost of the production is also increasing. Okay, so depends on that. If the cost of the production will increase, so being a seller you won't sell your product in the market. Got that? The next is cost and the profitability of the other products. Sometimes from the seller point of view, Sharaj, you have to see that what kind of the product is on a trending in the market. Okay, if the product other than you is on or is in a trending position in the market, you will try, or you might be possible you will switch on that particular product. Okay, so it will hurt or it will affect the demand or it will affect the supply level in the market. Then we have technological advancement. Sometimes technological advancement put the supply on a barrier side, and sometimes it will increase the level of the supply. Indirect taxes and subsidies. Indirect taxes are those taxes, Sharif, which will be exerted by the governments. Okay, if government increase the tax on the supply, what will happen ultimately? that supply of the product will be disturbed. And subsidies are those sometimes government, sometimes seller or producer make a product according to the specific criteria given by the government, and when they suppliers sell these products into the market, they will sometimes get discount, or not discount, but they receive some kind of a funding from the government. So if the subsidies and indirect taxes will be down, the supply will increase, and if the subsidies funds will increase, the supply will also increase.